Hey, Popsy. What you doing? Good morning. You know, I'm kind of playing hooky today from all of my other responsibilities. I just thought that I would come out in the yard, one of my favorite things to do in the world, and just essentially go figging. And what does that mean? Oh, maybe, hey, I got it. Gone figging. That might make a good title. Just like they say, gone fishing, be back. Yeah, I'm playing hooky, and I'm making my rounds, walking around, looking at the fig trees. And this one's an exception. There's a couple fig trees that still have some figs on them. It's interesting. These been getting ripe still. There's none here now. And I haven't eaten any ripe ones from this for about 2 days. But they're getting ripe, and there's still quite a few figs on this Mount Etna variety to still get ripe. And the date today, October 2nd. I have just eating a few figs. They're scarce now. As I said, there's just a few varieties that are still producing figs. But I get a few a day. And I have been eating some absolutely exquisite tasting persimmons. And I was just eating some. And then I thought, as I always do, well, you know what? Let's get the phone out and make a little video, since I do have a little time today, because I just refuse, utterly, completely, totally, absolutely refuse to do anything that I'm supposed to be doing today, other responsibilities. I'm just playing hooky. Gone figging. That's what I'm doing today. Hey, I know you want some of this, don't you? She loves persimmons too. I try not to give her too much because I don't want to tax her system. I don't like her eating too many sugars. And of course, she's a carnivore. They're wolves. Dogs are essentially wolves. Their genetic background is that of the wolf. And through human selection, we've changed them into the many dog varieties that there are now that all trace back to the wolf. And so meat is essentially what their evolution has prepared them to digest, and other things not so much. So you have to be careful on the volume of those other things. Yes, they need other things, but as I said, you have to be cautious. So I don't give her too much. Too many figs. I don't give her too many figs. I don't give her too many persimmons. Aren't these persimmons just beautiful? You can tell when they're... I'm going to make another video soon for you, because I have to tell you, I'll tell you in advance, and then I'll do it. I come out at nighttime, and I just get a craving maybe for a fresh persimmons. Let me grab this. Oh my God. I wish I could share this with you. Please, I've implored you over and over again throughout the years, plant persimmon trees in your yard. You will never regret that you did. They're so delicious. And you can tell the birds don't mess with them very much. Look how beautiful they are. And the insects don't fool around with them. Look at that. Aren't they beautiful? These are just perfectly ripened. I mean, I'm squeezing them. They're just right. And there's so many that are ripe. Look at them. I mean, all over the tree. Look at that. I'll tell you what. They're just... It's a treasure. I can't explain to you how much I value my persimmon trees and my fig tree, all of everything that I grow, most of which is 100% organic. It's a treasure. Let me take another bite. You know, let me tell you a quick story. Look at that one. Oh, I was telling you about being a night stalker. Hey, I like that title. I think I'll do it. Look for the title Night Stalker. That's me. Marauding around at nighttime and looking for fresh, ripe figs at night and persimmons. But I look with my flashlight, you know, and when you're looking for a ripe persimmons and they're ripe, not when they're not ripe, but when they're ripe, they light up. It's almost like a fluorescence. You can see right through them. It's the most incredible thing. It's beautiful. And I was thinking so many times over the years, I said, I got to make a video of this. I don't know if it will take at nighttime. I think it will. I'll use my flashlight. I think it will. So look for that video. Night Stalker. That'd be me. Out. Looking for something to eat at nighttime because I get a craving. Because I so admire and cherish my fruit trees of every variety and every species. So let's get back to the treasure thing I was going to say. Another story is I remember when I was a kid, and we're talking about ancient history here. And I had a substitute teacher once, and I had seen her a few times. Another bite. Popsy, what are you doing? You waiting for Mom to come out? Want a little taste of this? Want a little taste? Here, take a little bite. A little bite? Go ahead. Oh, not today? Okay. She's waiting for her mom. So good. So I was sitting there in the classroom, and I still have a clear memory of things when I was young, and everything really. I guess I'm fortunate. I eat a lot of persimmons, that's why. I haven't talked too much about the health aspects of figs and persimmons, but they're among the healthiest fruits in the entire world for 1,000 different reasons. Please believe me when I tell you that. Oh, there's a nice red one too. You see the color of that? Like, oh, it feels just, it's just so inviting. I'm so hungry for these delicious, wonderful fruits. Oh, look at that. Come on. I'm going to bring a couple of these in for Debbie. Oh, look at that. Take another bite. I can and I do eat these things all day long. And you know, it doesn't raise your glycemic index much either because of the fiber. Neither do figs. All right, back to the story. And then I've got to get to my figging around here. I've got some more rounds to make. And I've got some coffee to drink. I'm just enjoying my life today so much. So thanks for your visit and enjoying the time with me, I hope. So one day I got into an in-depth conversation. I had that, I had that ability, I guess you would call it, to talk to the teachers and on a different level, actually. And I spoke to them, and I would get to be friendly with them. And we were talking about this and that one day. And she told me something that I've never forgot. Just a little thing, no big deal. It's not a revelation, but I want to share it with you. I can't remember the exact conversation, but it was about appreciating things. And it was about how we place value on certain things of value in our lives. And she told me, she said, very often people search. They search for something, and they may not know exactly what it is they're searching for, because maybe they're a bit discontented in their life, or they're looking for something more. Maybe they're not totally satisfied. Maybe they're a bit disgruntled about things in their life that could be better, and that's the case with all of us. I mean, things could always be better, but they can always be worse. I try to remember that. I try to take the positive side of that argument. Yeah, things can always be better, and they can always be worse. And she was a stickler on this notion that we should appreciate our lives more, maybe spend every day, part of every day, appreciating exactly how good our lives are, the good things, and to focus on those sometimes. And she said in her early life that she had looked for a better life and more intrigue, more things to be interested in, looking for the grass being greener on the other side of the fence. And then she discovered something. She discovered that sometimes the greatest treasure in our lives is right under our nose, and we don't see it. And this, see, these little things, this is what I'm referring to. Sometimes the greatest treasure in our lives is right smack under our nose. And we should truly try to see it. And that's what I spend my life doing. I wake up every morning, I pinch myself in the butt, and I say, isn't life just wonderful? Sure, I've got problems. Who doesn't? But I don't dwell on them. I try to dwell on the positive, not on the negative. And gardening, which is my favorite hobby, bar none, especially in my older years, is something that helps me to maintain that attitude. Because I derive so much gratification and satisfaction from gardening. My communion with nature, how I delve very deeply into the details of nature. I try to be observant. I try to absorb as much as I possibly can into my being. I try to embrace it. I try to meld in with nature. I try to appreciate it to the fullest. Those things, and my lovely wife, and my son, and my lovely little puppy, and the other people that I value in life, those things in combination actually constitute what all of the things are that I should be appreciating every day. And I try to stay focused on that. I try to maintain that focus. It's an easy thing to do. There's a thing I forgot. It's an easy thing. There's a few that are going to get right. Look. See that? October 2nd. There's still some figs here and there, as I said. Look at those. Those things, in their totality, are the things that we should cherish. Those are the treasures that sometimes can be found right smack under our nose. Those are the treasures that we should learn to appreciate to the fullest. And I try. I really do try. And it enhances my life. It has enhanced my sense of being. And so I'll share that with you today. thank you for being patient. See, I have a few tomatoes, and Debbie said she's going to be making some breakfast. She said she's going to be cooking some eggs, and I'm going to bring some tomatoes in. Yesterday we made our own subs, and I put some fresh tomato. I like Better Boy the best. This one right here is Better Boy. I like the flavor of Better Boy the best of all the tomatoes that I've ever tried. I'm sure there's some better ones out there. You know, I've said this before, and probably ad nauseum, but listen. If anything, listen to me. This Nikita's Gift persimmons and Seijo's are remarkable too. But this Nikita's Gift is really, over the years, has become my favorite, I think, tasting persimmon. I hate to compare. You know, I hate to compare figs. I hate to compare anything, because they're all good in their own right and they're all different. If they truly stand out on their own as a variety, then they should be appreciated for what they are. I don't like stacking one against the other. But this, of all the years I've had persimmons out here, and I've had many failures over 45 years out here, many Japanese persimmons that I had, and I got some fruit, and then the cold winter come along and kill them, because these are much more winter hardy. But none of them ever, none of the varieties, all of the varieties I've ever tried, none of them even came close to the taste of this. This has got to be one of the most exquisite tasting persimmons. This, Seijo, and Rosianka. I can take you over to the Rosianka tree if you like. And maybe I will. Let me take another bite. It's so good, I can't help it. Hey, Debbie. Oh, here goes my lovely wife. The most valuable thing in my life. What are you doing?
Trying to take this net off.
Oh, you're going to take the nets off? You're going to need help with that.
Yeah,
You're going to need, I have to grab one side.
Yeah, I don't like this net.
You know?
Yeah.
Why? Because
it's just too,
it doesn't, yeah, don't,
it's not
yeah, I'll help you. Listen, I have to get it from the other side, and we work together. It's too big a net.
Yeah, we got to get this off.
We'll do it. I was just talking about maybe you, actually.
About what?
About some things. You'll find out when you see the video. But I'm just, you want to eat a fresh persimmons?
I'm checking for pop-ups.
Huh?
Where'd she go?
Listen, I got some more fresh ones here. Do you want one?
In a minute. Poppy, come here. Where'd she go?
Let me get one of these. Oh, there's a nice one. Oh, look at that one. You know what she's going to say, don't you? You know her well enough by now. Oh, here's a nice, right. Oh, look at that one. That's beautiful. You know what she's going to say. My subscribers out there and the people that are familiar with my videos, what is she going to say? Let's see. Let's see if I'm right. I won't give her any cues. Let's see. Will I be right? You remember. Look, Deb.
Oh, my meal.
Deb,
What?
just wait. I'll help you.
Okay.
Look.
What's that?
Here. Go ahead.
What do you mean?
Nothing. You want to take a bite?
I like this. I need that one. That's too mushy.
It's not mushy.
Mmm.
What do you think? And you didn't have to wash it. I was just wrong to everybody.
What do you mean?
I said,
eating the
yeah, I
inside.
said
I'm
that-
not eating the skin.
Oh, you're eating. Okay, so so it doesn't have to be washed, right? Look at it.
I'm only eating the inside.
Mm.
I'm holding the skin, so I'm not going to touch the skin. See?
How good is that?
Delicious. See, I'm not going to touch the skin.
Okay,
I'm
I
just
got you.
gonna
I got
eat
you.
the
I
inside
got
of
you.
it.
I'm glad that we clear. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh,
Woo wee! Look how
today's her
fast.
birthday.
You're fast like lightning.
Today's her birthday.
It is. It's Poppy's birthday today,
Yeah.
and she's 9 years old. Oh my goodness!
I can't believe it.
Where did those 9 years
I
go?
can't believe it.
I gotta wrap this video up, Deb.
You're like
I'll help you with the net.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was going to show them the Rosianka tree, but maybe I'll do it another time. So
That one was delicious.
I know it's so. I mean, it's so exquisite.
That really was good.
All right.
I missed the figs, but what are you going to do?
Well, there's still some, not many.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your visit. Always appreciate that.
There are some getting ripe over there.
Yeah,
Let's hope it
there's
stays
some
warm.
there's some getting ripe. There's
Let's hope it stays warm.
there's definitely some getting ripe.
No, over
Here and there, once now and then. They're almost done though. They're almost finished.
No, you can't go in there. Come away from there.
Good day. Fall has definitely commenced. The leaves are turning. It's gotten very cold out here at night, out in the country. You can see the corn is all turned. It's over. The leaves are beginning to turn on the figs from the cold. Another successful season that I so enjoyed. It was very fruitful. And I'll get Debbie now. She's going to help me. We'll take the nets off. We don't need them anymore. It's over.
Yeah, the majority of them. That one you might be able to leave on, but or put a smaller one on it.
Yeah. No, you mean, yeah, those, yeah. So they continue to get ripe. I've been eating them. This is, by the way, this variety is, I talked about this variety several times. And it is Brooklyn White. And it is a late, the main crop figs are rather late. They are late. They start early. I mean, they do start getting ripe fairly early, and they keep getting ripe. So it's one of the last to hang on to its figs, which is something notable about it. It's not my favorite variety. It's a variety that, depending on the weather, can really be brutal in terms of cracking, splitting, and rotting. It's as bad as Brunswick, or worse, in my opinion. You really have to have dry weather when the figs are maturing. Oh, there's one there. Hey, I can maybe get into that. Look at that. I didn't notice it from the other side, but let me go under here. Where are you? There we go. There we go. Let's pick that thing. There it is. Brooklyn White. I don't recommend it. Anybody out there that's a big fan, I'm sorry. I have to be truthful. It's my own experience. Blame it on my zone or whatever. But I've eaten good figs off this. It's sporadic. Last year I had some good ones, not too many. The year before was horrible. This year was not good. I did get a few good ones, but it's just not worth it. It's not worth my time. It's not one of the figs I grow that I would highly recommend. Is it worthy of staying here? Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut off these side branches, and I'm just going to let 2 large branches go up if the winter doesn't kill them. And it could take up a little space in my fig garden here because it is very fruitful. And there's a chance that I'll get some good figs next year. And so why not? It's not taking up that much space. I'm going to cut all these lateral branches off so that it's more vertical. It's more columned, straight up, so to speak. Because I want to make sure that my other more valuable varieties get plenty of sunlight and plenty of space to ripen properly. But this one's not fully ripened. It could have gone a day or 2 more. But actually not, because this, if you let it sit too long, they start to split. It's not a great fig, in my opinion, and I don't recommend it. But there's other figs that are much better, as for example. Taste that. That one's pretty sweet. Definitely edible. So, you want a little bite? That? So this one's Brooklyn White. Here, take a little bite. It's not that bad. You know, I don't get many good ones off that.
Yeah.
There's no flies. There's
I'm
nothing
just
out.
eating the inside.
Yeah. It doesn't knock your socks off, but
Well, this time of year.
yeah, but it's a fig. A fig is a fig. Say, give me some figs.
Yeah.
Give me some figs. Give me some figs.
All right.
Good day.
What is she doing?